This episode is brought to you by A-Plan Insurance Private Clients. It's going to be the first in a series of the most extraordinary episodes with A-Plan. So we're going to be bringing to you some of the best cars, some of the best collections in the UK. It's going to be something very, very special. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Kid in a Sweet Shop. I've got an incredible episode for you guys today. I've come down to meet a man that's got one of the most awesome collections of cars in the UK. He's been collecting cars for over 50 years and no one has seen this collection. He is opening his garage doors for us. So let's go and meet this amazing man. He's called Peter Saywell. Hello. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Jodie.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, my goodness. Hello, how are you?
Lovely to see you again.
Lovely to see you. I don't quite know what to say. I'm a bit like, I don't know where to even start. Peter, number one, thank you so much for allowing us to come and have a look at your incredible collection. Oh, anyway, should we start? Should we start with
the F40, of course, which is a legend in its time. A little like me, I guess.
It's a little bit like you. Quite right, absolutely. So, Peter, when did you get the F40? Has this been in the collection for a long time?
This goes back probably 20 years plus, I would think. Some of it definitely for keeping, and you won't see that one in David's showroom. Sorry about that.
Right, so David, explain a little bit more. You're great friends, number one.
Yes, we are, yes.
But you've got a company called Premier GT.
I have, yes.
Yeah. And so and that's obviously...
We're a supercar, hypercar, luxury car showroom.
Yeah.
Peter and I become friends through a mutual friend of ours, good friend of ours, Phil Stebbings, who was a customer of mine. He introduced me to Peter many years ago. We just become good friends. We all have a mutual love for these cars.
Yeah.
And Peter invited me on one of his track days, and his charity track days he does. We attended that, had lots of fun. Then I think we went and had beers afterwards, didn't we?
Most important.
That's why we do track days.
Yeah.
Talking about cars is just as interesting as driving them.
We've had many a night when we've come back here and we've had a beer and walked around the cars and things. So it's just they're works of art. They're a passion of mine. I'm lucky that that's my industry that I do.
Yeah.
I've made a dream into a business. And Peter works incredibly hard, and he's living his dream with all these. I mean, look at the cars.
I know, it literally, when I walked round the corner, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I was just like, and then you've got it next to the beautiful LaF. Wow, when did you get this one?
It's probably about 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
A lot of supercars can be difficult to drive, but this is a piece of cake.
And where did this love of supercars and beautiful cars come from?
It sort of goes back to teenage years, I guess, where I had a hankering for cars of particularly outrageous cars, I guess, and it's sort of built from there, going right back to when I first had cars. It was like minivans and Vauxhall Viva vans, which are always driven in an outrageous manner.
So it was started with vans.
Yeah, so I had a minivan. I can still remember the registration, which was 161 PKO. Had windows put in it, which allowed you to drive far faster than
What, for aerodynamics? You got windows put in?
Yeah, well, so yeah, and it had racing mirrors and the good old white stripes down the bonnet to make it go faster.
Oh, the go faster stripes?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, fantastic.
And, it sort of went on from there, so
Yeah.
they're all very, very special.
I don't know where to rest my eyes on next.
My personal favourite, I've always loved the TDFs.
TDF, I
launch
mean-
colour in the yellow.
So with the TDF, is this your love of go faster stripes? Or is this a kind of?
I guess that was a part of the makeup of that particular model.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a beautiful car. I mean,
The Competizione.
whoa.
I'm glad you said that because I could never pronounce it anyway.
No,
So,
I get stuck as well on it.
yeah, so-
What a colour, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just stunning. We're going to
stopping at the star of the show?
We're going to bypass one because we're going to do a very special episode on this car. Right, so let's go on to the Techartt. Tell me, because this is a serious bit of kit.
It is very, very special, and it's I think the third Techartt
see.
car I've had.
Okay.
It's almost completely different from the original donor car. There's lots of things which make it very special, even interior wise, and you've got to look out at the outside of the car to see what the changes, which are quite significant.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah, and it's a lovely, the colour combination just works remarkably
Doesn't it?
well, so it does stand out in the crowd, and it's one of those which basically hasn't been tampered with. It's just as Techartt did it, and their true German sort of workmanship, it is second to none.
Oh, so Senna. This colour is interesting. Is this another one that...
There's a little story behind that. This car has been wrapped a few times in different colours, and this last one changes the whole aspect of the
It's the
car.
best yet.
Yeah, it makes it look
It's the best,
even more special. And
It really
this is
is.
one for the track because there's no
Yes.
room for luggage whatsoever.
No.
But, anyway,
No.
Dave, tell us a bit more about the colour.
I mean, the original colour's black
Yes.
with the McLaren orange detailing on it.
Yeah.
Peter thought that was too boring, so he had a 765 LT Coupe in a light blue, wasn't it?
That's it.
I forget the name of the blue. So he had this wrapped in the same colour, which looked great. We had it at the British Motor Show last year on display.
What do you call that? Because it's kind of almost like
It's an MSO colour from McLaren. I can't remember the exact green, but we had... Peter then said to me he wanted a 765 LT Spyder.
Yeah.
And I found him one in this colour from one of our clients. Peter decided not to go for that car because he then got offered a different car in blue, which he took. But he loved the colour, so he then had
Brilliant
the
colour.
Senna wrapped in the same colour, the MSO colour, which I think is the best colour yet.
I think it's amazing, and it kind of accentuates the right areas, if you know what I mean. And I love the kind of the lines. Yeah, I think it's gorgeous. So what were the other colours? You said you had it wrapped a few times.
Was blue at one time.
Blue, yeah.
It was black, then blue, and now it's
And now it's
this
this.
colour.
I love it.
Watch
Keep
this
it.
space.
It's kind of, oh, God knows. Oh dear. Then we've got this.
The
I mean,
SVJ.
what do we say? It is just shouty, shouty, shouty. Can we start this one up? This always makes me very happy when you start,
They do sound phenomenal.
don't they?
Sorry.
So what was the story of this one? When did you get this one?
Well, it came direct from the dealer. It is called a SVJ.
Yeah.
All right. Don't ask me what that stands for. Ask David. Do you know?
Super Velocity Jota.
Super Veloce.
We dreamed something up
You're a
anyway.
Jota.
But it is, well, all Lamborghinis are generally fairly outrageous.
It
But
is.
this one has such special lines to it.
It's really beautiful, isn't it?
It's probably the last of this type of model before they move on to...
The next one is a V12 hybrid, so this is the last of the...
Is it?
That's just V12.
So it's another one you can't let go of.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is. But you know, it's just a lovely looking car. And
It really
the lines
is.
on it are
Yeah.
really, really very special. But
And I love the monochrome, but you've got these lovely red.
yeah, well,
That's Peter's doing again.
Is
That's-
that? Is
yeah,
it?
just to make it a little individual. Yeah.
Right, come on, we can't not talk about. Oh, is this your red lines as well down
Yeah,
here?
that's yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, only very subtle, but it doesn't destroy, you know, what it was set out to be.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is just
It's a
juicy.
proper boy racer, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's outrageous in every way.
And the 918, I mean,
Yeah, well, that's a few years old now, but
Yeah.
to all the different shows and exhibitions, that car. Hello, we have
Who's
a visitor.
this?
Here's the.
Marmalade.
hello, Marmalade. Hi, Marmalade. Which one's your favourite Marmalade? Which one do you? Do you kind of wake up sometimes in the morning and you see little
That's on the
footprints?
Well, he's just about as mad as cars as what I am. In fact,
Is he? He loves them.
Just likes going for a ride in them. And
Does he?
My wife will very often come home and he meows. She opens the door. He jumps in and sits up on the dashboard and has to take him a run round the estate here and just loves it.
Isn't that got petrol head cat?
Yeah, no,
This is
indeed.
amazing.
Yeah, no, it is very unique.
What's your favourite one to actually sit in to drive? What gives you the biggest kind of buzz?
I guess some of those. Well, the Zonda's very special. It's very, very user friendly. But you know, the Lamborghini is very much an exciting piece of kit to be in.
Yeah.
But then again, something like the Porsche, which again is you know, you feel instantly at home after driving.
All of them,
you know.
Is that all of them?
Yeah, they're all special. Yeah, they're all good to drive. Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's the most amazing collection, and I think it's, you know, they're so. All of them are so. I would literally have exactly the same collection. I mean, they're all.
I think we all would.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's very, very special, Peter. Honestly. I've seen quite a few of your cars have AOG on the number plate.
Right, well that goes back many, many years, which is related to the business I'm involved in, which is basically the supply of aircraft spare parts.
Yes.
And AOG stands for Aircraft on Ground. When operators and airlines throughout the world have a requirement for a part for an aircraft which is basically sitting on the ground or undergoing maintenance, or it may be an aircraft
It's AOG.
at Gatwick waiting for takeoff and may have something like a hose failure or something, then they would be in touch with us by email or by telephone to say they have an AOG requirement, which in our business everyone jumps because that aircraft can't fly until the spare parts have been located and shipped and supplied to that particular customer. So over the years I've been able to purchase quite a number of them, and there's not many people that have the initials like AOG, which makes them fairly inexpensive. So
yes, how many have you got now?
Yeah, too many. Trouble is,
too many.
Yeah, there's only one trouble is that everybody knows it's me.
Oh yes, I know.
So I try to hide away from it sometimes, but it's nice to have something which is related to my.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that's the cool sign where your company goes into action.
Into mode.
Into
yeah.
mode.
Yeah.
Off they go. I mean, I would find it very hard to pick a favourite. I really would. Do you have one?
TDF.
The TDF.
Yeah. I mean, the Zonda that we're going to get into later is the winner, but
yes.
I've loved this car since the day they launched it. Launch colour car.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of the Ferrari V12 front engine cars.
Yeah,
And I
I
was an
know.
F12 fan, so when the TDF come out, that's always been my favourite.
I'm
of
pretty
Peter's.
with you on that. I
Yeah.
really am. But I mean, it's very, very hard. It's really difficult. Everywhere I'm like, that one, that one, that one. But thank you so much,
That's
Peter.
all right.
Honestly, you've just been so kind. And it's just such a joy to see a wonderful man with such good taste. It really is a wonderful, wonderful collection. It just, it's so kind of you to let us have a look and have a walk around. It really is, it's just, my eyes are popping out. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well, but we've got a very, very special episode coming up, which is where we're going to take a deep dive into the incredible Zonda.